My parents refused to walk me down the aisle because their favorite daughter was hosting a party at home. My parents didn't walk me down the aisle because their favorite daughter was hosting a party at home. But the day after the wedding, they turned pale when they found out who had attended. This was because Olivia Carter stood at dusk beside the window of a posh condominium in Manhattan with a view of the city. She was a well-known Wall Street investment analyst. At 42, an invitation to her own wedding with her fiancé was on her desk. Taking a deep breath, Olivia reflected on her previous marriage. In addition to bringing back long suppressed tensions with her family, particularly her connection with her sister Sophia, the word marriage also brought back happy memories. Olivia and Sophia's friendship has been tainted by rivalry and jealousy since they were little. Their grandma Martha used to remark that Sophia was the desired kid and Olivia was the unexpected gift. Arriving 10 months later, Olivia remembered how her parents, James and Eleanor, obviously preferred Sophia. As she reminisced about her early years, Olivia would sit at the perimeter of family portraits, and Sophia would sit in the middle. They frequently took Sophia alone on family vacations, leaving Olivia with her grandpa parents. One summer day, when Olivia was 7, she overheard her parents planning a trip to Disneyland for Sophia. Her heart leapt with joy, but it didn't last long. "Sorry, Olivia," her mother Eleanor said, her words echoing in Olivia's mind. "This time, we're only taking Sophia. You'll get your turn next time." Olivia struggled to hold back her tears, pleading, "But I want to go too." "Her father," James replied sternly. "Olivia, just stay quietly at your grandparents'. Sophia needs special consideration." The phrase special consideration became deeply engraved in Olivia's heart. Why was Sophia always the special one? Why was Olivia always second? Yet that next time never came. Instead, Olivia spent those days alone with her grandparents, gazing at family photos, the loneliness of those moments leaving a lasting scar. Around the age of 6 or 7, Olivia became painfully aware of the unfair treatment. Gradually, loneliness and anger began to grow within her. Her only solace came from the time spent with her grandparents, George and Martha, who showered her with unconditional love. "Olivia, you are special," Mar would say kindly, "but sometimes that can be a burden. Be strong." George introduced Olivia to the wonders of mathematics and science, creating a safe haven where she could explore freely, away from the scrutiny of her parents and sister. One day, her grandfather showed her an old telescope. "This was passed down from my father," he said nostalgically, looking at the stars. "You realize how small our problems are." That night, Olivia and George stargazed from the rooftop among the vastness of the universe. She felt both her own insignificance and a sense of infinite possibilities. "Knowledge is power, Olivia," George often said. "It's a treasure no one can take from you." Olivia found escape in books, striving to prove her worth through academic achievements. Yet to her parents, she was just a good girl, never special. "Why can't you be more outgoing like Sophia?" Her father, James, would say the word stinging. "Go outside and make some friends." But for Olivia, the outside world felt hostile. Her classmates called her weird and ridiculed her. Sophia, popular as she was, never stood up for Olivia. In fact, she sometimes joined in the teasing. One day, during a school break, Olivia was reading a book in the library when her classmates surrounded her. "Look, she's reading alone again," one girl laughed. "Don't you have any friends?" Blushing, Olivia felt at a loss. Just then, Sophia passed by for a brief moment. Olivia hoped her sister might help, but Sophia looked at her coldly and said, "Leave her alone. My sister is a bit special." Her classmates burst into laughter. Clutching her book, Olivia ran to the bathroom and cried. The pain of her sister's betrayal stung more than her classmates' taunts. In high school, Olivia and Sophia's relationship grew even more strained. Olivia excelled academically while Sophia remained popular. Each time Olivia answered correctly in class, her classmates would sigh, muttering, "There she goes again." While she took pride in her talents, loneliness knotted her, and she immersed herself in libraries and labs, finding validation and learning. One day, during a chemistry experiment, Olivia made a remarkable discovery that challenged textbook theories. Thrilled, she reported her findings to her teacher, who praised her talent, but her joy was short-lived. Sophia appeared suddenly and sneered. "Are you trying to draw attention with your weird experiments again? I'll tell Mom and Dad." Speechless, Olivia wondered why her sister couldn't share in her happiness. That evening, her parents scolded her harshly. "Don't cause trouble for the teacher with unnecessary actions." Her father reprimanded. "Just sit quietly in class," her mother added. Olivia cried in her room, pondering why her talent was seen as a sin. That night, she resolved to find a place where her talents would be recognized, and to achieve success so undeniable that everyone would have to acknowledge her value. One day, Olivia formed a group with girls she met in art class. They understood and accepted her intellectual side. For the first time, Olivia felt the warmth of friendship. They gathered at a cafe after school, passionately discussing art, science, and philosophy. Olivia freely expressed her opinions on every topic, impressing her friends with her knowledge and insight. "Olivia, you're really interesting," her friend Jessica said. "I wonder why I didn't get to know you sooner." Olivia felt she had finally found a place where she belonged, but this happiness was short-lived. Sophia, her sister, wanted to join the group. She couldn't bear Olivia becoming close to anyone else. One afternoon, Sophia approached Olivia's group. "Hey, let me join too," she said sweetly. Olivia's friends were hesitant, knowing how Sophia had treated Olivia. "Sorry, Sophia," Jessica said kindly, "but this group is." Sophia's expression turned fierce. "Why won't you let me join?" Her voice of anger echoed in the hallway. "You're the worst, sister." That night, Sophia complained to their parents, crying that Olivia was being mean and wouldn't let her join the friend group. Their parents sided with Sophia. "Olivia, why can't you be more compassionate?" her mother, Eleanor, said reproachfully. "Sophia is your sister? Try to get along better." Olivia tried to stand by her decision, but it wasn't easy. There were nights when she cried into her pillow, wondering why she had to suffer like this and why her parents couldn't understand her feelings. However, this experience made her stronger. Olivia learned that her value lay not in others' judgments, but within herself. She dedicated herself even more to her studies, setting her sights on a future goal to succeed on Wall Street. That was her form of revenge and self-affirmation. In her final year of high school, Olivia won a national mathematics contest. Her name became known throughout the school and was even featured in the local newspaper for the first time. Olivia tasted the joy of having her talent recognized. However, this joy was fleeting as new problems arose at home. Sophia was jealous of Olivia's success, fearing that their parents' attention would shift to Olivia. One day, Sophia told their parents a lie about Olivia. She claimed Olivia had a secret boyfriend and was using drugs. Their father, James, confronted Olivia harshly. "Is it true?" he asked, his voice trembling with anger. "I can't believe you would do such a thing." Olivia tried desperately to explain, but he wouldn't listen. Eleanor just stood there silently. "Why won't you believe me?" Olivia pleaded through tears. "I've always been honest." You only believe Sophia's words. Yet their parents' attitude remained unchanged. In their eyes, Sophia was always right, and Olivia was the problem child. Filled with anger and disappointment, Olivia strongly accused Sophia. "Why would you lie like that?" Or, she shouted, "What have I ever done to you?" Suddenly, Sophia pushed Olivia. Olivia hit her head on a shelf behind her, and blood gushed from her nose. The betrayal from her family hurt more deeply than the physical pain. Their parents took Olivia to the hospital, but continued to defend Sophia. "It was an accident," James repeated. "Sophia didn't mean it." Alone in the hospital waiting room, Olivia sat quietly, the pain in her head and heart mingling as tears filled her eyes. A nurse approached her kindly. "Are you okay?" "What happened?" she asked, her voice warm. Olivia hesitated. She had never spoken to anyone about her family's issues before, but she felt she couldn't endure it anymore. Olivia took a deep breath and began to tell her everything. The nurse listened intently, nodding occasionally. When Olivia finished, the nurse spoke quietly. "I'm worried about your safety. May I contact Child Protective Services?" Olivia hesitated for a moment, but then nodded. She thought that this might be the only way to change the situation. CPS's involvement caused a huge stir in the family. Her parents were furious and blamed Olivia. "Why did you do that?" Eleanor's scream echoed through the hospital corridors. "How could you let outsiders know about our family issues? You betrayed your family." James looked at Olivia coldly. "You are now a disgrace to our family. Don't ever show your face again." Olivia listened to her parents' words with tears streaming down her face. Her heart felt like it was being torn apart, but she also felt a strange sense of liberation. As a result of this incident, Olivia moved in with her grandparents. Her parents hardly resisted. In fact, they seemed almost relieved that Olivia was leaving the house. At her grandparents' home, Olivia experienced the warmth of a true family for the first time. She woke up to the smell of her grandmother's breakfast every morning, and at night, she enjoyed philosophical conversations with her grandfather while stargazing. "Life isn't easy, Olivia," her grandfather said, "but with each difficulty you overcome, you become stronger. Don't forget you have infinite potential." After graduating from high school, Olivia received a full scholarship to Columbia University. The moment she stepped onto the campus, she felt a surge of emotion. Here, she could start a new life. No one knew her past. No one saw her as Sophia's sister, but as Olivia. University life was full of surprises for Olivia. Her intelligence and diligence were highly regarded, and she became well known among her professors. Her friends accepted and respected her unique personality. Olivia particularly shone in economics classes, where her sharp analytical skills and original thinking amazed the professors. One day, a renowned professor approached her. "Olivia, your latest report was excellent." He smiled. "You have great potential. Would you be interested in working on Wall Street?" Olivia's eyes lit up. This was the opportunity she had been waiting for. However, occasionally, when she remembered her family, she felt a painful tightening in her chest. Her contact with her parents was rare, mostly just a birthday card sent her way. She heard nothing from Sophia. Sometimes Olivia would look through her family albums, pictures of her smiling parents and Sophia with her standing on the edge. Each time she saw those photos, her heart filled with complex emotions. In her sophomore year of college, Olivia met Ethan in the library. He was a law student who understood her intellect and introverted nature. They clicked and eventually became a couple. "You're an incredible person," Olivia Ethan said, his words resonating with her. "I can't believe your family misses that." Being with Ethan gave her a new perspective. She learned the joy of being loved and reevaluated her own worth. It also made her deeply contemplate her relationship with her family. "Should I forgive them?" Olivia asked Ethan one night. He chose his words carefully. "That's for you to decide. But I've heard that forgiving isn't for the other person, it's for lifting the weight off your own heart." Olivia pondered his words for a long time. Gradually, something inside her began to change. After graduating, Olivia joined a major investment bank on Wall Street. Her analytical skills and insights were highly valued, and she quickly climbed the ranks. By her mid-30s, she was a noted figure in the industry. One day, Olivia was assigned a major project that could define her career. She worked through many sleepless nights to prepare the best presentation possible. On the day of the presentation, the conference room was packed with executives. Despite her nerves, Olivia began confidently. Her analysis was sharp, her proposals innovative. After she finished, the room fell silent. Then the CEO stood and started to clap, followed by the other executives. "Great job, Miss Carter," the CEO said with a broad smile. "Thanks to you, our company will make significant progress." At that moment, Olivia felt her talents were fully recognized. Tears welled up in her eyes as all her hard work paid off. Meanwhile, Ethan had become a successful lawyer working on human rights issues. Despite their busy lives, they supported each other and shared a strong bond. After 8 years together, Ethan proposed he knelt in front of her favorite painting at the museum. "Olivia, I want to share my life with you," he said, his voice trembling. "Will you marry me?" Olivia nodded through tears. "Yes, gladly." That night, as they discussed their future, an inevitable topic came up, whether to invite her family to the wedding. Olivia called her grandparents to share the news. Their voices of joy brought tears to her eyes. Your happiness means everything, Olivia, her grandmother said warmly. You deserve this. But reaching out to her parents and Sophia was not easy. Years of resentment slowed her hand as she tried to dial their numbers. Olivia started the call several times, but stopped memories of the past and current emotions clashing within her. Ultimately, she decided to send a brief message. She wrote and rewrote it several times before finally settling on a simple text. Dad, Mom, and Sophia. I am engaged to a man named Ethan. Our wedding is on 15th next month. You are welcome to attend if you'd like. After pressing send, Olivia's heart pounded. She spent the next few days uneasy, unable to focus at work or sleep at night. Ethan supported her gently. It's okay, Olivia. Whatever their response, I'm here with you as expected. Her parents' reply was lukewarm congratulations. Your father should walk you down the aisle. Her mother's message read, it was a demand, not a blessing. Sophia's response was even worse. Are you trying to shame me by getting married before your older sister? You always think only of yourself. Reading these messages, Olivia felt a painful tightness in her chest. Even after all these years, nothing had changed with her family. It was sad to realize that she had no family to genuinely rejoice in her success and happiness. Olivia sought Ethan's help. Should I invite them? But if they come, they will surely ruin the ceremony. Ethan took her hand. I support whatever decision you make, but I want you to choose without regrets. This is our day, but it might also be a chance to reconcile with your family, Olivia thought deeply, wavering between the pain of the past and a small hope for reconciliation. Inside her, a dialogue stirred between her childhood memories and her current self. 2 weeks before the wedding, she made her final decision. She would invite her parents and Sophia, but they would not have major roles. Dad, I've asked Grandpa to walk me down the aisle, Olivia told her father over the phone. After a moment of silence, her father's angry voice came through. What a selfish daughter we raised in you. Olivia, controlling her trembling voice, responded, Yes, you raised me, but it was my grandparents who loved me. On the most important day of my life, I want someone by my side who truly supports me. Her father fell silent before his anger returned. You are no longer our daughter. After the call ended, Olivia cried, releasing years of suppressed emotions. Ethan simply held her, letting his presence be her comfort. Preparations for the wedding continued, with Olivia's selecting dresses and flowers, finding moments of joy amidst her lingering sadness. But a week before the wedding, another shock awaited her. Olivia, I need to talk to you, her father said over the phone. I can't make it to your wedding. Sophia has been promoted to VP of a major company, and her celebration is on the same day as your wedding. His words faded, and memories of always being secondary to Sophia came rushing back. I understand, Olivia responded coldly. Enjoy yourselves. Hanging up, she collapsed to the floor. Ethan rushed to her, holding her tightly. It's okay, Olivia. I'm here with you. His voice gave her strength. That night, as Olivia gazed out over the Manhattan skyline, memories flooded back the times her successes were ignored and the day her family cast her out. Taking a deep breath, she whispered, That's enough. She no longer needed their approval. She had Ethan, true friends, and loving grandparents. The morning of her wedding, Olivia woke with renewed determination. Ethan will go ahead as planned, she said. Ethan smiled. We have each other, and that's what matters. On the wedding day, Olivia Wan walked down the aisle on her grandfather George's arm. She wore a pure white dress with small flowers in her hair. Though her parents and sister were absent, she was surrounded by dear friends and her new family. As she exchanged vows with Ethan, she saw unconditional love in his eyes, and for the first time, felt fully liberated. During the reception, Olivia danced with a smile, surrounded by people who truly loved her. Her grandparents beamed with pride, and Ethan's parents welcomed her as their daughter. Despite a slight ache for her absent family, Olivia felt fulfilled. Then, unexpectedly, Sophia approached Olivia. She said, voice shaky, I want to apologize. Why are you here? Olivia asked, surprised. I left my celebration early. I needed to be here at your wedding, Sophia replied quietly, her expression a mixture of regret and longing. I truly regret how I treated you. I've always been jealous of your strength, intelligence, and the love you received. Olivia listened silently. It may be hard to repair our relationships, Sophia continued, but if you can forgive me, I'd like to start over. Olivia took a deep breath. Sophia, I can't forgive you, East, she said, but I'm glad you came. Maybe we can try. Tears glistened in Sophia's eyes as she reached out. After a pause, Olivia took her hand. They stood side by side, looking out over the lights of Manhattan, feeling the possibility of a new beginning. 2 months after the wedding, a letter arrived from her parents. Olivia, we've made a mistake. We deeply regret not attending your wedding. If you can, we'd like to meet and talk. Olivia held the letter, feeling a mixture of emotions. She turned to Ethan. What do you think? He smiled gently. Maybe it's okay to wait until you feel ready. There's no need to rush. Olivia nodded, feeling for the first time at peace. She didn't need to hurry into any decisions. Therapy became her next step, a way to heal past wounds and cultivate healthier relationships. She looked out at the city she had made her home and thought of the new family she had built. A family defined by love, not just blood. Ethan embraced her. What are you thinking about our future? Olivia replied, smiling and reconciling with the past. Then let's face it together, Ethan said softly. Wrapped in his arms, Olivia felt a calm, happiness spreading through her. She was ready for the next chapter, knowing that true family is forged from love and understanding. The Manhattan skyline shone brightly, and as Olivia looked forward, she felt the fullness of her life, its challenges, joys, and all the potential yet to come. Thank you for watching. Write comments, put likes. Do not forget to watch other videos.